I have something in common with legendary bug hunter Georgy Guninski. He likes to find security vulnerabilities in Microsoft products, and I like to find security vulnerabilities in antivirus products. Hey, everyone needs a hobby. Guninski earned his legendary reputation as a bug hunter. Microsoft's security team trembles in fear every time this guy issues a security advisory. He's also an ambidextrous hunter with at least one OpenBSD operating system bug to his credit. I'd embarrass myself if I tried to compare my bug hunting skills to his. We differ on some key points, though. Guninski publishes advisories about the bugs he finds. I don't. Worse, Guninski publishes sample exploit code. I don't. Worse still, Guninski may release his exploit code before a vendor releases a security patch. I don't. You gotta wonder what drives a security consultant to release code to exploit a high-risk threat before a security patch exists. Does this guy suffer from low self-esteem or job desperation? Does Guninski secretly view his advisories as a PR stunt? Does his inner child compel him to burn PCs under a magnifying glass? For whatever reason, Guninski's actions rankle a lot of frontline security managers whose firms rely on Microsoft products. And he really irks the folks in Redmond. His most recent advisory number 53 teaches how to use a high-risk exploit he discovered, even though Guninski admits Microsoft was still working on a patch when he released his sample exploit code. This from a guy who wants to be your security consultant. Page 2. Now, the very act of summarizing a vulnerability in some cases can reveal how to exploit it. For example, a recent Edvis advisory can't help but tell you how to exploit the hole they discovered by appending a dot to the file name extension. But I must point out the fact Edvis waited more than 2 months until the vendor produced a patch before they published an alert. Guninski doesn't always wait for a patch. He doesn't limit himself to a summary of the threat either. The agent provocateur absolves himself by writing in the third person. The usual standard disclaimer applies, especially the fact that Georgy Guninski is not liable for any damages caused by direct or indirect use of the information or functionality provided by this advisory or program. Georgy Guninski bears no responsibility for content or misuse of this advisory or program or any derivatives thereof. Translation: I'm not responsible for my self-fulfilling prophecies of doom. Or, to put it another way, we can say Guninski practices security through provocation. Only a guy with huge gamete glands can A. set production deadlines for security patches, and then B. gripe about vendors who blow his aggressive timetable. Page 3. By now, you may think I despise Guninski for providing exploit code in his advisories. Au contraire, I don't care one way or the other. I practice security through apathy, you see. Guninski and I really do have a lot in common when we hunt for bugs, except he talks like a fearmonger. I don't. This leads me to declare Rosenberger's apathy theorem. An apathetic security expert talks like a fearmonger to make money and or to gorge his ego. I don't bother to publish a security advisory every time I discover a threat. I don't bother to rate the risk level of the holes I discover. I don't bother to run a mailing list to expose flaws in antivirus products. I don't bother to tell the alt-comp virus news group about my findings. I don't bother to publish exploit code for anyone up to and including Osama bin Virus. I don't bother to promote myself as a skilled bug hunter for hire. I wonder if the previous sentence has anything to do with Nah. Page 4. I assure you, Microsoft envies my security through apathy policy. They wish Guninski and other bug hunters would practice my ambivalence. Some Microsoft users panic whenever Guninski opens his mouth, yet most antivirus users remain blissfully unaware whenever I don't open my mouth. Don't get me wrong, though. Apathy goes both ways. I may summarize vulnerabilities in a column or mention them to reporters in passing. I once gave a lecture about security holes in antivirus software, and I gave antivirus vendors 1 month to take their slides out of the slideshow. I published my lecture 8 months later without naming products or vendors. Antivirus vendors don't like it when I hunt for security holes in their products. They really don't like it when I tell competitors about their flaws. But they do appreciate the fact I don't scream bloody murder like Guninski. They do appreciate the fact I recommend their products to current and future customers. Unlike Guninski, who urges Microsoft customers to get a real mail client and Office applications purely for security reasons. Page 5. Guninski tries to scare people to download a security patch, assuming one even exists. I don't. I mean, come on. We can't even convince people to install a patch when the internet stands on the brink of disaster. Do you honestly think a network guru will give up his place in line at Taco Bell just to download a file to stop cyber terrorists who obtained Guninski's high-risk sample exploit code? Guninski wants us to think he threatens the internet with sample exploit code in order to improve the internet's safety. I don't. When I discover a security hole, I want you to think it will join its brothers in the land of obscurity. None of my discoveries ever went on to annihilate the internet, you know. Coincidence? Come to think of it, none of Guninski's high-risk bugs ever went on to annihilate the internet either. Coincidence? Guninski actually urges people to stop using a popular free program like SendMail. Whoa, did I say SendMail? I meant to say Internet Explorer or Outlook Express. My bad. SendMail really shined up its act after a lengthy bug du jour era. Unix, on the other hand, shows no hope of recovery. Whoa, did I say Unix? I meant to say Microsoft Windows. My bad. Unix really shined up its act after a lengthy bug du jour era. Oracle, on the other hand, shows no hope of recovery. Oh, did I say Oracle? My bad. Page 6. I want to digress here with a true story. So we're standing around the computer security office one day. The Unix admins come to us with a major problem. They lost the root password for an important server. They need access to the box, and they need it quick. A coworker looks at me and says, "Why don't we tell Net to 25 and check the version of SendMail?" Okay, let's continue. If I discover a security flaw in, say, McAfee virus scan, I certainly wouldn't tell companies to uninstall it from everyone's computer as a temporary workaround. Nor would I tell someone to abandon Norton antivirus as a permanent security solution if it contained a string of transient high-risk vulnerabilities. Guninski might recommend it, but I wouldn't. I don't have huge gamete glands. Mine are only big enough to make fun of people who would tell a firm to throw away a major software investment for transient security reasons. Visit vmyths.com. That's vmyths.com if you want to know why I make fun of those people. Security through wasteful IT spending is disingenuous at best. But hey, that's an apathetic fearmonger for you. Page 7.